Pagan is the 6th in a string of mostly uninhabited islands north of Saipan. It's about an hour and 20 minutes by plane. From the air, one is almost overwhelmed with the majestic splendor of Smoky Mount Pagan. It is this same volcano that one day in May, 11 years ago, rocked the tiny Pacific island with violent tremors before it spit out a mouthful of molten rock and fire, forcing the 50-some islanders into exile from the land that is their home.
We saw huge black clouds like an umbrella, and I was hesitant to leave the radio, but since thinking of I got a family I have to secure, that's when I run for life, for safety.
Pete Castro is the former mayor of Pagan, and he remembers what it was like for him and his people on that fateful day.
That afternoon is like night here in Pagan during the eruption day, and I think the eruption lasted for about 10 hours.
2 days after the eruption, Castro says that the islanders were all evacuated to Saipan by a Japanese freighter, some never to see their island again. This is Bandera Village several years ago. It looks deserted, but there is at least evidence that once people lived here. Today, Mother Nature continues to erase any sign of this place. This is what remains of Bandera Village. You see, the volcano has been spewing ash for nearly 11 years now, effectively burying houses, trees, and even utility poles. This is the floor of an old church. It is covered by more than 8 feet of volcanic ash.
It really got us into a bad feeling, you know. I've been raised here since I was a boy, and working here for the community of this island, and suddenly you see things happen like this. We were unable to reclaim any of our belongings, like our livestock that are still scattering around, roaming around the island. And it really saddened us to see Mother Nature do all this to us.
Who could have known back in 1981 that a huge volcano billowing smoke and fire would force the residents of Pagan off their small Pacific island? But look around. Even the black sand beaches remind us of the ever-present volcanic activity in the northern Marianas. The mayor says he hopes that with a little help from the CNMI government that someday he and his people will be able to return to their island, and until they do, their hearts and minds will remain on Pagan. Travis Coffman, Cable News, Pagan. After the war, Guy Gabaldon was awarded the Navy Cross by the U.S. government for his fearless and valiant performance as a young Marine on Saipan. Nearly 50 years later, Gabaldon is still a fighter. He is an outspoken critic of the Japanese, the Peace Corps, and what he terms the Budweiser culture here on Saipan.
We've got a big problem here on Saipan, here in the Marianas, an alcohol problem. There are a lot of alcoholics here, as well as drug addicts. And I'm now attempting to establish a rehab center on Pagan.
Why Pagan? Well, for one thing, Gabaldon knows more than a little about the island. For the past several years, he has been running a small fishing camp there, bringing back deep-sea delicacies for the merchants on Saipan. Gabaldon was flying back and forth from Pagan 2 or 3 times a week when one day he had an idea that seemed to cry out for action.
I'm thinking of little grass shacks, a very crude South Sea Island type of atmosphere, and this certainly doesn't require a great deal of money.
Gabaldon says that the beauty of the island, the plentiful food supply, and the fact that it is still uninhabited all lend themselves to the operation of a terrific drug and alcohol treatment program. The program itself, says Gabaldon, will be based on something he first saw as a narcotics officer in Tijuana. He says it's the only thing he has ever seen that could break an addict away from his habit.
When I saw this problem, I was talking to a very close friend of mine about it, John Lee. He's an acupuncturist and practices what he calls natural medicine. And he's also a preacher. He's a missionary. And I agree with what he says on curing alcoholism. And you must have something to replace the addiction. And he says there's no other way but going back to Christian morals. And I agree with him. I think without that, we can get them up there and dry them out. They'll come back and get back on the bottle again.
Maybe there is something in the uninhabited beauty of Pagan to help people beat their personal demons. And if there is, once again, Guy Gabaldon will be proving that he truly is a deserving hero. Travis Coffman, Cable News, Saipan. This was the scene Friday night. According to Commonwealth Fire Chief Jess Castro, when he arrived on the scene, the entire second floor of basic construction was engulfed by flames. And within the hour, high winds fueled the fire into an uncontrollable furnace that made short work of the Garapan Construction Company. Backups were sent from the Saipan International Airport. Water tanks came from all over the island, but it was clear to everyone there that the battle was lost even before it got started. Roland Justiliano told Cable News he learned of the fire only because he happened to be driving by.
I'm just at a loss. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, you know, you're talking about millions of dollars going the drain. My trucks, my forklifts, my equipment, I don't know.
He estimates the loss at near $3 million, and though Basic was insured, the loss is still quite a blow.
You know, it took us about 12 years to establish the store. And, you know, with one gulp of the flame, it's gone.
But the cause of the fire remains in question. Justiliano said firefighters on the scene told him it was electrical, but police and fire reports Monday morning did not come to that conclusion. In fact, both police and fire investigators are following up leads that the blaze was started intentionally, but no one is officially talking until the investigation is complete. Travis Coffman, Cable News, Saipan.
What they did, they issue press release, they intimidate the buyer, they intimidate the bank. And on the beginning, when I keep on saying that they're here to close me down, and I think they're accomplishing it. They are accomplishing it.
Willie Tan, Vice President of American Knitters, is saying this about the Department of Labor, who is suing him and his family for more than $20 million in damages. And he has reason to be concerned. Early this morning, the public relations manager for Eddie Bauer, a large U.S. clothing retailer, told Cable News that Far East agents for that company have been instructed not to place any more orders with the Tan garment factories, also to suspend all product shipments. Tan says he's heard nothing about Bauer pulling out, but even if they did, they are such a minor buyer, it wouldn't matter. He went on to tell Cable News that Ralph Lauren, a major client for the garment factories, has suspended all future orders. That makes 3 retailers who have gotten cold feet. The first to pull out, Levi Strauss, has already caused a round of layoffs.
First batch will be about 300 employees home, and we're issuing termination letter today or latest tomorrow.
So now where do they work?
They work on pant sites, on the pants that Levi's asked us to put it up for them.
According to Tan, many of his problems have to do with the words slave labor, which he says have been used wrongly to describe his garment operations.
When people put the word slave, it's news. When you try to say that, oh, it's unfounded, nobody listens. It's not on the front page anymore. It's on the back page of the newspaper.
He concluded by saying, whether they like it or not, the Department of Labor has tried him in the media, and within 3 or 4 months, his garment business will no longer exist. Travis Coffman, Cable News, Saipan.
Dear School Board, I'm Mark Cepeda. I'm a student at San Antonio Elementary School. I've been here for 1.5 years, and so far it has been a good school. This school has been here for I don't know how many years. Now the government's going to buy us for $7 million. During government meetings, you say children are our future. Without a good education, what future do we have? I just don't understand why we're going to be bought at $7 million and have this school replaced for a hotel. This school will last much, much longer than that money.
Mark is like a lot of other kids at San Antonio Elementary. He likes running around on the playground, hanging out with his friends, and he has written a letter to the school board to keep his school from being destroyed. There is a proposal before the Board of Education to do just that. A Korean developer wants the land that San Antonio School stands on. To get it, they've offered PSS $7 million in improvements at Culverville Elementary. Until last week, it was a proposal that not even San Antonio's principal knew about.
But it's just those out from the, we just heard this from the cable TV, and we were not totally informed. I believe that as a school administrator, I should be informed of this situation so that we will find solution to try to rectify, or if they need any assistance as to whatever we can do. Our main goal is to maintain our school.
But when teachers and parents did find out, they took action that very night.
I immediately informed the parents and the members of the PTA that we will take action immediately. And that's what I did. We drafted a petition and we circulated the following week, Monday, the 23rd of March.
The petition asked the board to suspend any action to rent out their school, and Castro says it already has nearly 300 signatures. The school board, on the other hand, says people are jumping the gun. They are just looking into the proposal themselves.
This board will certainly hear what the community has to say. We have not reviewed the proposal intensively, and that we have not even calendared it on the Board of Education agenda. And the board has not made any decision at this point of what to do with the proposal.
Babauta says at next week's board meeting they will decide whether to entertain the idea at all. And if they do, then they will take the idea to the community leaders. But perhaps they should ask the people who it will affect the most and see what they think.
We're from San Antonio, we're not from Cobbleville, so we live here. I don't think that's okay to transfer all San Antonio people to Cobbler. If San Antonio school is destroyed, where's the San Antonio school mascot, the octopus, gonna go? And who wants to be called Umang anyway? It's the mascot of the Cobbleville school. So I don't want to go to that school. I just want to stay here. It's been a good school.
Travis Coffman, Cable News, Saipan.
You want me to leave or anything?
No.
It's rolling.
Oh, okay. Hi, how you doing? We're rolling. This is Travis, of course. I'm Travis. We're here on a tropical island. This is Pagan. It's uninhabited. There's a volcano, I guess, 10 years ago, and there's a lot of volcanic activity here. There's, you can see the black sand in the background. We flew up here today. It's about 200 miles from Saipan. It's kind of a kick. Me and my photographer Mike are just, you know, hanging out, and we're griping because there's no water here to drink. Lots of water in the ocean, but we kind of forgot to bring a couple sodas. But then again, you know, we're just so spoiled. Here we are on a beautiful black sand beach in a tropical island, and you know, we're griping about the water. This is Mike. Mike, this is my roommate Mike.
Hi, nice to see you.
Mike, this is all my friends at home. And Michael, we've been having a pretty good time on the island?
Oh yes, we've been having an absolutely lovely time here in Pagan.
Mike, where are you from?
From Portland, Oregon.
And so what do you do here on the island?
I'm a photographer for Saipan Cable-the, not on this island, but on Saipan.
And so what do you think of Pagan?
Oh, Pagan's a wonderful, wonderful place. Black sand beaches, really something. Never seen them before, probably won't again.
So I guess this would be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I believe so, Travis.
We can share that with my friends at home, not...
Sorry you can't be here. Sorry.
Know, what can you do? Well, I guess that's about it from Pagan. We just thought we'd show how much fun we're having, and, well, that you're not having quite as much fun as we are. We'll see you later. Love you all. Bye. That's kind of dumb. Hey, this is sand, folks. No kidding, not dirt, but sand. We're on the beach. Lava sand, huh? How about that? Look, there's a whole beach full of it.
Now it turns into home video.
Home video. It's home video time. Hi! Home video time. Wait, don't put the camera on me. Oh, wait, go wacky.
Home video.
Home video time. It's home, but Mike, come on, leave me alone. It's home video time.
Travis, say something.
Oh, it's home video time. I don't feel like saying anything. Come on, just leave me alone. You're crazy. Come, put that thing away, Mike. Mike. Hi, goats.
Shark! There's fish. I see fish.
Yeah? Really? Big fish? Nah.
Not that big. No sharks yet. I'll keep looking.
Three, two, one. Who could have known back in 1981 that a huge volcano billowing smoke and fire would force the residents of Pagan off their tiny island in the Pacific? But just look around you. Just look around you. No, look around me. I'm here. You're at home. Okay. Okay. We are on the island of Pagan, black sand beaches. Yes, okay, here we are.
Okay. Alright, anytime.
Okay, Pagan, take two. Okay. Okay, Pagan. Three. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Who could have known that back in 1981 a massive tornado, no, volcano, other natural disaster, excuse me. Live. Go grab the fin bud. Keep from. Plenty shark. How about that? Here, Pagan.
Only two kinds of fish.
Two kinds of fish.
When I went up there,
we might have a little fish here. We're on Pagan.
From the top.
They just got this stuff this morning or early last night. You can see